Hey everyone, it's Lesky here, back with another FIFA 20 Pro Clubs player build for you guys today. And in this video, I'm showing you guys my Playmaker build. So let's move on to the athletic part of this build, which is quite important because what you're going to want to be looking for is the lower side of 5'4". If you have it on the higher side of 5'4", like this, the stats will be like the acceleration, the agility, the balance, and I believe the sprint speed will all go down. So what you're going to want to do is nudge it a little bit down to the lower side of 5'4", like this, and then boom, and see how the acceleration goes up, the agility, sprint speed, and the balance, which are all key attributes for a playmaker. And also I like to keep it at 119. If you bump it up any higher, it will change the stats, so keep that in mind. And if you want to put it at 99 pounds, go ahead and do that. It's not going to change the stats. I just like having the max weight. So let's move straight on to the player build, guys. That's about it for the athletic. I'm going to show you guys the skill points and the traits that I have enabled for this playmaker build. So I will be right back. Alright guys, so let's dive straight into the skill points part of my cam playmaker build. As you can see, I'm using a striker basically at cam, because if I've played pro clubs this year, y'all will know that the cam builds are just really slow. So slow compared to like a left mid or like a wing back or striker. I have seen people do left mid as a cam, just their shooting is not nearly as good. When you need a clutch moment to score a goal and you're a cam, you're going to want to be a striker just for that extra shooting stats, because left mid you can get like you're finishing up to 80 maybe, and which is just not good enough for like clutch goals. So that's why I have my guy as a striker, but he's basically a cam playmaker just listed as a striker, and I'll show you guys that further as we go down in these skill points. So for the physical on this guy, obviously we don't have much physical. He is 5'4", 119 pounds. One thing I would say you could do is add some to the stamina. Take off some other skill points that we're about to show you and just add some to the stamina, because you are a cam and you are going to feel the need to come back on defense and help your team out, which would cause your guy's stamina to be drained quite a bit. Nothing on defending. Going over to dribbling, I like 5-star skills. I'm a real big fan of the 5-star skills, so that's what I'm rocking. If y'all aren't the players to skill very much, you could bring it down to 4 or even bring it down to 3, and then boom, you have 8 skill points to add to other stuff. You could add it to the rest of the stamina, bump up the strength maybe, or even go for the pacey, sweaty part of the build and make them even pacier, even though this guy is already quite pacey because he is 5'4", 119, and their default stats are already really fast, which is kind of crazy to me. And then the last thing on this dribbling is the flare trait. I think the flare trait is almost necessary on every single build, except for maybe like a center back or something. But the flare trait, especially on a cam build, is just so important, because you're going to be getting the ball at your feet in spaces in the midfield, and there's going to be pressure coming from you from all directions. And if you have a guy behind you that you're trying to play to, you could just easily do a back heel when you hold LT. You got to hold LT and press A, and that'll basically activate the flare trait. And you can do a back heel, back flick, any fancy little flick just to get the ball to that player, even though you're looking at the complete opposite direction. If you didn't have the flare trait, it would be so much more difficult, and the pass would most likely not work or pay off, and it would cause you to lose possession for your squad. So I would highly recommend the flare trait. It's very important. And it also helps you with like bicycle kicks and scissor kicks, which could be nice for a small guy, because you're not going to be going up in the air and winning too much air balls with this guy. So definitely keep that in mind. And remember, you have to be holding LT when you want to do like a bicycle kick or a scissor kick. You have to be pressing LT and B, and then LT and A for the fancy passes and backheel passes. Moving on to the passing, I have the passing pretty much boosted all the way, except for the right side, which I don't think is very necessary. As a cam, I'm not going to be going down the line too much. I'm going to be staying in the center of the field. There will be times I drift wide because my guy is kind of pacey, but 81 crossing is fine with me. It's not too bad. I just have all the passing basically boosted up. The curve on this side, definitely wanted to boost up a curve a little bit, because I do have the finesse shot trait on this guy, and that does help a lot with the finesse shot, and it also helps with your through balls and your passing, just to add a little bend to it. And then that's especially the swerve pass. That's what the swerve pass does as well. And the curve just kind of enhances the swerve pass. I believe that's what I believe in my opinion. It's just really nice to have some little bit of extra curve on your build. So yeah, I have my long passing to 90 and my short passing to 90, which is nice and even, looks nice. Same with the dribbling, 90-90. So basically everything's 90 right now. It's pretty cool. Moving over to shooting, this is where you might not expect I would have too much shooting since it is a cam build, but like as a cam, I find myself almost taking more shots than a striker because I'm outside the box and it's just I'm like wide open just to take a shot. And sometimes I'll play my striker and then he'll play me back like off a run I make off of him, and I get the ball back and then boom, I get a wide open shot. So it's really nice to have a striker build as a cam, and then even just boost up those shooting stats. So what I did is went for the 5-star weak foot and the finesse shot. I tried to get everything in here except for the power header and the header finishing specialty. Sorry, forgot what it was called. Couldn't read for a second. And then everything else, long shots and penalties, volleys and penalties, really not necessary. You already have 93 volleys. Yeah, and long shots and volleys. You could add that, but it's just not that necessary. You already have 92 long shots and 93 volleys, which is kind of crazy already. So yeah, I really like the finesse shot, and basically what this allows you to do when you get the ball on the outside of the box, you have a 5-star weak foot, so you can finesse shot with your left and your right foot. And finesse shots are so dirty on this game from the outside the box. I love it. Just back post finesse shots are amazing, which is also why I boosted up the curve a little bit up to 82. If you wanted to, you could boost it up even more. I believe you can boost it up like what, 3 more stats, which isn't too bad. You bump it up to 85, that would be quite nice, but I just really don't think it's that necessary. Moving on to the pace, and here you go. I don't have anything on the pace. If y'all want some more pace, then go ahead, but I think 91 acceleration and 90 sprint speed is plenty, especially for a cam, because I'm not going to be making too much runs in behind the defense. So that's about it for my skill points, player traits build, whatever you want to call it. For this part of the build. Unfortunately, guys, I do not have any clips for y'all of this player build. I usually just play striker and use my striker build with my pro clubs team, but when I do play cam or drop back a little bit, like as like a center forward, I will use this build because he has a lot better passing, and I'll be looking to play make more than to score. But obviously, you will get some goals with this build because of that 94 finishing. So that's about it for this build, guys. Let me know what y'all think of it in the comments, and let me know if y'all want to see me do any other builds for you guys for FIFA 20. And stay tuned for when FIFA 21 comes out. I will have more player builds out for you guys and more Pro Clubs videos. So stay tuned for that, and thanks for watching, guys. Peace out.